Oh, welcome back to another video on the rest of it and to another edition of 4 out of 10. And we got a great episode of Raw tonight with Seth Rollins teaming out Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to face Judgment Day while Cody challenged Brock Lesnar to a big match at SummerSlam. So yeah, lots going on, and obviously SummerSlam is getting a lot closer now. So yeah, let's get straight into it. And we started things off with Finn Balor, who kicked off the show and wants to discuss the ending of his match against Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. Rhea and Dominic came out to tell Balor to take it backstage instead of discussing in front of the crowd. Balor walked away before Dominic tried to say that he could defeat Seth Rollins. Rollins showed up to laugh at the idea of Dom beating him while eating chicken wings as we headed for our first match on Raw. But yeah, this was really entertaining. Still hinting at dissension within the Judgment Day. Obviously got a payoff later on there, but you do feel like it's all lean stuff. Ripley kind of being the boss, and then Dominic and Seth at the end was a really good comedy skit, and it obviously led to their match later on. So yeah, on the whole, a pretty entertaining start to Raw, I have to say. But our first match was Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle versus Imperium. Riddle and Kaiser kicked off the match, and the latter got a headlock before Riddle turned into Kimura lock. Drew came in and hit a hip toss with the neck breakers on both opponents before taking Vinci down with a powerbomb. Kaiser and Gunter then interrupted the Claymore kick, but Riddle came in and took them down before McIntyre hit the finisher and got the win. After the match, Gunter told Vinci off and walked off before Kaiser followed him as well, leaving Vinci to walk alone backstage. Possibly hinting at splitting Imperium. I really hope it doesn't happen, but it definitely had some interesting dynamics there. Drew and Riddle getting the win, they look great. And yeah, it seems like I'm really interested to see where they're going with that direction and Gunter as well. Tension, yeah, so I added some more storylines. It was a good match as well, so 7 out of 10 from me. Before backstage, Balor and Priest were working things out, but Finn wants to face Rollins first. Priest said he was fine and that he wouldn't cash in Money in the Bank when he gets the chance. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were then backstage and told Rhea and Dom to come in to tell them that Judgment Day will come for their titles as well. So yeah, lots happening in the Judgment Day at the moment before it's time for Seth v Dom. Dom attacked Seth during his entrance and they fought their way over to the crowd as Rollins turned it around and was chasing him down. Priest and Balor joined in and they turned into a beatdown before KO and Sami came out to meet it. So Rollins came back with a steel chair and the heavyweight and tag champs cleared the ring and sent the Judgment Day backstage as the match was called off. This was very short and snappy. I thought maybe we'd get more of a match between these two, but clearly not. Basically there for a mass brawl. I mean, it wasn't bad or anything, but yeah, kind of would like to see a bit more of the match. But obviously, progressed the storyline, so it gets 6 out of 10. Ricochet was out next and wanted to address his rivalry with Logan. He made fun of Logan trash talking on social media before coming out to face. Logan showed up and called Ricochet a reckless amateur for costing him the Money in the Bank briefcase. The two trash talked for a bit before Ricochet jumped out of the ring and a brawl broke out, ending with Logan being taken down. And yeah, this was a great little spot. Can't wait for the match at SummerSlam, but Ricochet doing his jumping out of the ring, it's so incredible to see. And yeah, I have to say, I really am hyped for that match at SummerSlam. It's going to be great. Great to see Ricochet in his feature position. We then got Becky v Zoe Stark. At one point it looked like this was going to happen, but it seemed like Becky got cleared and then uncleared. No, the other way around. Why I'm confused. But anyway, Becky was in control early on with a headlock and an armbar, but Trish grabbed her by the feet on the apron before Zoe dropped her outside. Becky came back and dropped Zoe on the apron and hit a big baseball slide and a diving elbow drop before tossing her into the barricades. Back in the ring, Zoe got a takedown in the corner before getting near fall. Becky then got a neck breaker and went for the armbar, but Zoe broke out and hit a big kick. They traded roll-ups and Zoe tried to use the Rex but got caught. Trish tried to interfere, but Becky caught her with a kick, but the distraction allowed Zoe to put her up for the win. And yeah, this gets 7 out of 10 for me. I really enjoyed this. Great match. Obviously, storyline makes sense at the moment with leading up to Trish match SummerSlam. And yeah, it's just a really fun match. Considering there's potential injury for Becky as well, really heightened it as well. So yeah, gets 7 out of 10 from me. Chad Gable and Alpha Academy were out next for Maxine's day graduation. Gable did the introductions. Maxine came out in a pink graduation robe. She celebrated their win over Valhalla and thanked Otis for the win. Gable presented her with the Alpha Academy Letterman jacket before the Viking Raiders showed up. Chad and Otis were getting ready to fight, but Valhalla snuck up from behind and attacked Maxine, taking her down and stealing her jacket before walking off. And yeah, this was a very weird segment. But it's crazy. Sometimes we like a bit of crazy in our wrestling. And yeah, it's leading to a Viking rules match next week or something like that, which is going to be very interesting. So yeah, bit of a weird storyline, but to be honest, I'm not against it. It will be entertaining next week. But it was then time for our more normal match. Shayna Baszler taking on Emma, and yeah, this is basically a squash match. Emma started off with some big kicks and hit a low crossbody before Baszler got a big lariat. Shayna took her down and knocks in carry through the clutch for an easy win. Shayna see Emma getting beat this easy. Shayna obviously building her up for the big match against Ronda, but yeah, it gets 5 out of 10 for me. Ronda came in after the match and attacked Baszler, who tried to get her in a Karafuda. Rousey tried for the armbar, but Baszler slipped out and walked off. That's kind of what it's all leading to. Kind of just felt a bit there, to be honest. Would have liked a bit more storyline question. But yeah, for this alone, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Cody was out next and said that Brock was the obstacle that he hoped to defeat before he could move on with his career. Cody challenged Brock to a rubber match at SummerSlam as Raw continued. And yeah, that's kind of seems to be noticeable now. Blow off match, can't wait for it. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really decent stipulation there as well. So yeah, let's see what happens. But it's then time for Miz v Ciampa in an ODQ match. Ciampa brought steel chair and the match started outside before heading back to the ring for the starting bell. The Miz tried to get some moves in, but Ciampa wrapped the steel chair around his neck and sent him into the ring post. The two ends up at the announce desk, and Miz was pushed off it before they headed to the ring. Miz was about to hit Ciampa with a trash can lid, but the latter caught him with a big kick and followed up with a stomp on the lead. Ciampa brought a table out and hit a top rope move through it. Ciampa was about to get the win, but Bronson Reed took him out and hit a tsunami before walking out. The Miz then crawled over for the pin and picked up the win. And yeah, it gets 6 out of 10 from me. I really thought we might get Gargano return here in his hometown. Pop to beat the Miz, but no, it wasn't to be. Hopefully that's coming soon. But yeah, for this alone, gets 6 out of 10 from me. Bronson Reed coming back here was a bit weird, but Gizmo is the first win in ages or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Not too sure about this, but I'm going to give it time to see where it all goes. Our next match was Carter and Chance versus Deville and Green on Raw. Sonya was isolated early on, but she managed to make the team tag to Chelsea for a double team dive on Carter. Chance and Carter then took Green down and hit her with a double team finisher, but Sonya broke it out. Green came in off a distraction and got the rope assisted pin. And just 6 out of 10 from me. Short match, I have to say, leading up to the main event, but Sonya and Chelsea getting the win. Kind of would have liked to see a big one for baby faces, but Sonya and Chelsea really getting established as a team at the moment too. So yeah, I'm not mad at it. And yeah, probably the first in line for the women's tag titles, you'd have to say. And yeah, that will be a decent match when it comes to it. It's then time for a main event. Seth, KO and Sami against the Judgment Day on Raw. Dom and Seth kicked off the match and tags were made before the fight headed outside. Owens came in a massive top right centre and took everyone down before he headed for a break. Back on Raw, Reigns was isolated in the ring before Seth tagged in and Priest interrupted the pedigree on Dom. Dom then jabbed Rollins in the eye to break up a powerbomb before Seth countered the chokeslam and hit a pedigree. Balor came in and took a super kick before Sami tagged in and got a blue thunder bomb before Dom broke up the pin. KO then hit a stunner on Dom before Rhea interrupted to Haluva kick. Priest came in and checked up on Sami off the distraction before Balor followed up with a coup de grace for the win. And yeah, this gets 7 out of 10 for me. The Judgment Day ending up on a high ahead of their NXT appearance tomorrow. And yeah, this was a really good match. It's all going to keep going with the Judgment Day. I'm really enjoying where the story's going. It's very entertaining. But yeah, this was a good ending. Leaves it on cliffhanger too. But yeah, overall this week, Raw gets 7 out of 10 from me. On the whole, a really enjoyable episode of Raw this week. I enjoyed it from start to finish, really. Lots of entertaining storylines going on there. Stuff that's really dragging on stuff on the SummerSlam card, I have to say, is looking pretty mint this year. So yeah, a lot of hype around this show. And yeah, I have to say I really enjoyed it. 7 out of 10 from me. But anyway guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. That's what's coming for daily wrestling news and subscribe to the channel. I'm greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.